Hey guys, Chris here. Tonight I'm in a giant meadow, high Sierras here, and I'm going to be spending the night next to this beautiful stream. We got a storm coming in behind me. We'll see what it does. I've been hearing a lot of lightning, a little bit of drizzle. Going to be spending the night out here, having a good time, and I got a steak dinner planned, so that's next. So I brought my two-man REI Arete tent. I love this tent. I just strapped it right in the outside. It is a big tent and it weighs 5 pounds 2 ounces. I would not recommend for a solo trip that, but I just do whatever the heck I want because I really wanted to spend the night in that. So. Out the stream here. It's really deep in some spots too. It's a small stream, but it's very shallow in some spots. And then some of these corners are super deep. It's just beautiful. Yeah, and I'll just look for a little fish rising and throw a cast out to them. So first, gonna set up camp. But check out this meadow, it's huge. Look at this. Goes from this peak all the way. And this over here, see that little dome, I believe, right? Let's see, that one. That's where I was on my last trip. I got up there early in the morning and got to cut the sunrise. And I was looking down here at this meadow here, so yeah. But I think I'm gonna put the tent, right over these trees next to those boulders there. Looks like a good spot. And the thunder's quieted down. It was getting really loud there, a little bit of drizzle, and it was getting dark fast. It's maybe moved to the north or something, not sure, but it might rain later tonight. Had some good rain last night, so really needed it. We've been having fires and not much rain out here. All right, time to get the tent up. All right, I got the big tent. Really happy with this tent. It's just a good tent. It's a 2-person tent. It's 5 pounds 10 ounces, and I just strapped that bugger right on the back of my pack and said it's coming with me. It was pretty amazing. The inside of my main compartment was almost empty. I put like the pot in there and a little bit of clothes and my jacket, and that was it. The rest of it I got in the sleeping bag compartment. The sleeping bag, sleeping pad, pillow, down jacket, and first aid kit. They just packed it all in the bottom and had all that extra room because this was on the outside. But yeah, not a way to go if you're going very far. I went maybe 1.5 miles, highways that way, and this is just wilderness this way. So I'm right here at the edge. I love it. this little tent. Look at that. This is a real shelter though, that's for sure. That is a shelter. And look at these pockets. Pockets over here. Pockets up here. I got a giant pocket back here. Looks like a ping pong net. I hit 2 of these, play ping pong. And little vents. Anyways, that's why I brought this tent. I just really wanted the extra room. And check this out. There we go. A little screen to the outside ventilation there. All right, that's gonna be the morning view there. So, all right, get sleeping bag set up. There we go. Just a ton of stuff in there. All right, guys, that was a spectacular sunset. It just very brief. He got under the clouds, turned them purple and everything. But out in this meadow, and with the mountains ringing it, we're at the bottom here. There's just an incredible echo. I'm just gonna do this just once, but but it just went on and on. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but I'm gonna give it a shot here. So, all right, so hold on. Just ended. That's crazy. Hey, I found a perfect rock to put the stove on and do my cooking. It's on the ground here. Okay, so this rock is perfectly flat here and it's low to the ground. So if anything falls over, it's not like this teetering disaster. So anyways, we are setting up shop here and doing our little cooking show. Again, this is interesting. I've been really packing this frying pan more and more and more with more stuff. Hey, check this out. Look at this. Look at that. Just loaded it up. Got the canister stand, a fillet knife, $5 at Walmart. Nice, super sharp too. Oil, coffee, spatula, spoon, fork, knife combo, coffee, both my mugs, or my mug, my cup, plate, bowl. I got my mug and bowl, there you go. Frying pan and plate, so I just kept piling it in there and it all fit in this little carrying case. So it's kind of fun to experiment. And normally it was just like the frying pan and I just kept adding more and more stuff to it. So got the jet boil stash here. I really like the big burner on this thing and how it holds the pot on here very nicely. So far it's been really good. It's really expensive though for that set. Let me get this potato chopped up here. And I got a lot of cooking to do tonight. But this cooks a lot faster like this. Slice them up. Simply cut the ends off. There's little stems on them. I do not like the stems at all. There we go. And then here is my steak. This little round steak there, and it's a good size. I like that. It's not too big, not too small. So. There we go. And I'm going to give that a minute to really get nice and hot. I like to put the steak on when it's... Ooh. You got to really watch what you're doing when you cook in the backcountry, because these little stoves, as secure as they can be, just one little bump, and it's not like you're at the stove at home. We got the whole stove top. That's it, obviously, so you just got to really watch what you're doing. And it will flip over right into the dirt, so yeah, gravity happens. Look at that, nice. Being in bear country, I wanted to cook quite a ways from the tent here, and bring the headlight, obviously, and just kind of be prepared to work in the dark. But it's easy to maneuver because I'm next to this giant meadow, and there's just a few pine trees, little stands of pine trees. So it's not like I'm in some thick woods, some forest and stuff. But there's going to be no moon tonight. It's cloud cover, so. But that's fine. With the headlight, I can see and maneuver pretty easily right back to the tent. I'm maybe 75 yards from the tent. All right, steak time. There it is. It's already coming together pretty nice. I like it. Okay, so I got this beer, and it's called Leave No Trace Alpine Lager by Great Basin Brewing Company. Isn't that awesome? And there's a tent on there and some mountains, and look at that. And that is my beer for tonight. And that even kind of looks like my tent right there. I love it. So Leave No Trace. And inspired by the pristine forest, lakes, and peaks surrounding us on the edge of the Eastern Sierra, this Alpine Lager is clean, crisp, refreshing, and brewed to elevate everything you do. So, and that's exactly where I am. I'm on the edge of the Great Basin and the Eastern Sierra there. So, yeah. So anyways, that is the beer, and cheers. Whoa! And I put that one in the creek. That is good. I put that one in the creek and cooled it off, so it is nice and ice cold. It's coming together fast. Look at that. I'm used to, when I grill, putting grill marks on my... Alright, there we go. Look at that. Really fairly easy to cook. I put this on ice in a small cooler on the way over, and then I just pack it in a Ziploc and in a plastic container with the steak, and then the veggies are in a plastic bag, so just like that. Yeah, that tastes pretty good. I like that. It seriously, it looks like my tent, that little in the mountains there. That's fun. Dinner is served. I'm going to sit up on a rock here with the headlight and enjoy my dinner. There we go. Yeah, this Fenix 1500 lumens, this is a really good headlight. It is like a pickup truck light or something. That is good. That is really good. It's juicy. This has been a very tasty steak, though. Got to admit. I cooked it pretty much medium. Been eating medium rare lately, or rare even. All right, it is nice and quiet out in this meadow. Dinner is all cleaned up, and I am gonna. There I am. It's really awkward filming at night with a headlight as my only light source. Got a lot of bugs, but they're not really like bugging me. I don't know if you can. There, you can see them fly by. I look pretty crazy tonight. Ah, there's a bug. Anyways, tent is looking super cozy. This is why I like this tent. It's spacious, it's cozy, warm and happy, friendly colors, and it's quite the shelter with the. You can see the structure on it. It's really well designed. It's going to be great. I'm going to do some winter camping this winter. Snowshoe in and camp, cook, and do cool things like that. But right now, being July and the fires, there is no campfire, so I'm not doing any campfire tonight. But I am going to go in and got some stories we're going to talk about in the tent. So I'm going to get out of the bugs here and enjoy my trail bar, and we're going to talk a little bit. So it's like a I don't know, it just feels like a shelter or something. It's like it's more than just a tent. And with the pole system, it's going to handle high winds and heavy snow and all like that. And this door here, it almost feels like it's like an igloo or something, where you could open this. Let's see, we could take this. You can almost open the whole thing to get all your gear. Look at that, it's just massive. And there's my little front room there. But yeah, it is a bigger tent. It's a 5-pounder, so got to really consider that when I bring this with. So it's going to be a little harder to go farther with it. But yeah, but being out in this meadow, it just kind of reminded me of the Rockies. And the Rockies is where the fur trappers and the mountain men were. I love the stories about the mountain men and the Northern Rockies. They were predominantly in the Northern Rockies, 1810 to about 1840, exploring, fur trading, fur trapping, and then eventually in the 40s, 1840s and 50s, helping with making trails out west, like the Immigrant Trail, Oregon Trail, California Trail, things like that. But they would congregate in these large meadows and have rendezvous like up in Wyoming and stuff. But one of the mountain men that was out here, that came out here, was a guy named James Beckworth. And he was an African-American mountain man on the frontier, which is so cool. And he was born as a slave. He was of mixed race, and his father was the slave owner, and he freed him when he turned 18, when James Beckworth turned 18. And James Beckworth learned how to be a blacksmith, so he had a trade, and he took that to St. Louis and then hooked up with fur traders and fur trappers and came west. And I don't know if he went up the Missouri River on a boat, or if he took pack horses across the plains into the Rockies. And he's famous for discovering Beckworth Pass, which is north of Reno as you head towards Portola. And there's a little notch in the mountains there, and that was a pass that was an alternate route to California during the gold rush, 1840s, and people wanting to head to California, so they went that route. And he actually led wagon trains and immigrants through there, and that's an area I'm very familiar with along the Middle Fork of the Feather River and in Northern California there. But pretty amazing stuff. He was a rancher. He had a ranch up in that area, and it's still there. The main building is still there. It's a museum in the little town called Beckworth, California, named after this mountain man. And he was a rancher, fur trader, mountain man, explorer, obviously a hunter. He was known as Bloody Arm because he fought people with a knife, so you would not want to mess with this guy. You had to be pretty tough to live on the frontier. He lived with the Crow Indians for quite a while and actually became a chief of theirs. I don't know if that was up in Wyoming. I'm going to have to get his book and read about him. But the other mountain men really respected him, and they didn't care what his race was or his skin color. They just said, you know what, you know how to shoot, you know how to scout, you know how to track and explore, whatever, and he could do all this stuff, and he became a legend out here. Pretty cool stuff. But and he lived to about 1800 to 1867, I believe. And he also had his life story translated into a book in the 1850s. I think it was 1856, and the book did really well. So the book was called The Life and Adventures of James P. Beckworth. And it did really well, apparently. And you can buy it today on Amazon. In fact, I'm going to pick it up and probably stuff it in my backpack and have something to read. And for future reference and entertainment that's non-electronic. So, pretty cool guy, though. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff. Rancher, storekeeper, businessman, fur trapper, explorer, chief of the Crow Indians. And people were really just fascinated by his life, and it did really well in Europe too. His book did well in France and in other parts of Europe, apparently. So, all right, guys, that's a little early American frontier history of a particular person, and I'd like to know more about this guy, more like specifics. But really interesting time in our nation's history. This was just a wilderness out here, and it's what's great is a lot of this, like I'm in, is still wilderness. And you know, obviously we can drive to it and hike in and stuff, but pretty amazing. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna head to bed, and we will see you in the morning. Hey, good morning. Slept really good, really quiet last night. No wind, no animals, and we got a lot of condensation from this meadow, and my tent is just drenched right now. The rain shell is the rain cover. The rain fly is wet. But gonna be a nice day. No smoke in the air. That's great. That's good news. Let's go take a look at the creek. That coffee going, and it's a beautiful morning. Love it out here, as I always say. That is boiling. That is the easiest way to make coffee, though, is the coffee packets. There we go. All right, what a great place to have a cup of coffee. Great start to my day. Gonna be a nice day. All right, guys, I'm all packed up. That was a good little break, and really enjoyed just being out here, just being out in this big grassy space. So, all right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. As always, keep hiking. Keep an eye on me. All right, have a good day, buddy.